Okay, that's cool. Okay, okay. How do I turn this thing on? Whoops. Okay. Okay, that's cool. Nice. Put that in there. Use that. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Alrighty. That's that. More of that type of look. About that way. What was his mask shape again? Hello. Okay. So I have decided to draw EKKO because he is cool. But I was thinking about maybe drawing him and then giving him more of that as a with the firefly mask, but then also make him like glowing when I'm coloring it in with like maybe like some neon greens or something like that. Make that look cool. All right, so. His mask has a very like skull-like shape. It's not a skull, of course, but it has like very skull shape. Yeah, it is. I'm just saying, because like usually the jaw would be like right here and like the eyeballs and all that. That seems a little too long. Let's make that just a little bit shorter. Add that in there. And then he had like something underneath his mask. And, like some other like guard thingy that was like coming out right here. And it goes like just below his mask. It bends it. There we go. Okay, that's cool. Cool. Yeah, it does look a lot like an owl, actually, now that I look at it. It definitely is an owl. He had little wing things on the side of his head as well. that are supposed to be like look like feathers or whatever. One thing that I noticed in the last 2 streams that I've done, technically 3 because the Jinx one I did yesterday and today, but out of the streams that I've done is that I've drawn way too small. Like I'll just like make like a little character and just like the middle. Hello, Unbound. How are you? I'll make like I'll make the character like in the middle and they're like so small. So I'm gonna try to make him much bigger in this drawing. I need to utilize like the whole thing. Right. So he had like that long spiky design that goes down the middle. Yo, what? Nice. Cool. Okay, how do I... You have like very thick eyebrows. Eyebrow shape. Yay, thanks, bro. Oh yeah, he's a really cool character. He grows on you through this. He grows on you the more you watch, because like he actually becomes pretty vital. Definitely. Okay, and then he had like this like other thing going on here. I'll draw that in just a second. This looks about right for now. EKKO from Arcane League of Legends. We're gonna add in some of that. And then he had like a little side thing right here. You know what? He kind of reminds me of Doom. Or Doctor Doom, I guess. His color palette, at least, and like the like the silver mask. Now that I think about it. Okay, and then that whole thing goes right there. Yeah, yeah. I think honestly though, EKKO might be a little more charismatic than Doom. Maybe at least until Robert Downey Jr. plays him. I don't know how his interpretation of him is going to be. Okay. You had like very square eyes, if I remember. Let's give him a little. There we go. You don't need to shut up, it's fine. It's fun talking. Everybody loves talking. Alright. That's a good enough rough shape for now. He does have this thing that goes like this, and then goes like that. Okay. That's looking a little more like his face now. I don't know. I got a little sidetracked here. I started drawing his mask already without actually drawing the rest of the body. I just realized. So if you just give me a sec. Sorry about that. Okay, so that means this could be right here. Give him a big oval for his rough rib cage. Yeah, I'm gonna try to use up as much of this paper as possible because previous drawings were not utilizing the paper to its full potential. All right, let's give it some of that, some of that. Okay, and then make him more looking at you from the side. Oh, really? It is? All right, we'll see him. You too. That's cool, 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 cool. Okay, so now for the pose. Do I do anything with his arms? I don't think I will. He has really cool baggy sleeves that I want to draw. So I'm just gonna let the arms. Okie dokie. There we go. Could add that in there. Already, nice. Okay, that's looking good, 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 good. Now I'm gonna have his arms be more like, oh nice, you're gonna be drawing at the same time? That's cool. Are you also drawing EKKO? Nice. You know, we can compare notes at the end. You can send it on the community posts. Make some use of those. All right, so that looks good. Okay. Alrighty. Add that thing in there. Okay, let's get down to some of these more details. Actually, first, his arm. Okay, nice. It's not really much to like say when you're doing the, what is it, the pencil part of it, because I mean, you're just making the rough outline. There's not much to commentate on that, I guess. At least for me. I know probably somebody with better talking skills can do it. Alrighty. Let's put this arm going more like that. Okay. So he has a hood in the show, at least when he's like with his mask and everything, being all cool. So I'm gonna add that first, and then flow from the hood into creating the rest of his trench coat thing. Hood, yes. Okay. Add that going out, and then this first rough part of his jacket. Have that going in, and then make it going a little out, and then resting on his chest, and then draping over. Cool. Okay. I really like his color palette. I like all the green and like the more gritty kind of look to it. All right. Okay, now for the hood, because the hood's gonna be resting over him, so it'd be more like a coming out, resting like that, and then coming like in like that. Excuse me. Okay, and then okie dokie. Thank you. Go in right there. Maybe something like that. I could fix the hood shape in a little bit if it's not fully to my liking. Actually, you know what? It isn't. I'm gonna go much thinner with the cloak. It doesn't have to be like a big hoodie per se. However, the jacket is gonna have to be much bigger. So making a big hood would take away from the actual jacket part of it. Let's make that much more chill. That is freakishly big. And then also give him a thick there, so your shoulders are. Okay. It's getting like a pretty good rough shape for now. Should probably go over and make all the actual finished lines a little darker, but I'm too lazy, so let's go more. Baggy with these rough lines. Then he also had like an undercloak underneath it as well. It was like a lighter. It was a lighter color. Then he also had like the red scarf thing. So I'm gonna add that in as well. Okay, what I'm gonna do real quick here is I'm gonna make all the lines that I've definitively decided on much darker real quick. Overall, he has like a lot of layers of clothing, which is gonna be definitely fun to draw. I love adding lots of details and stuff. The more detailed, the better. All right. Make those little edges a little more there. Okay. So that's his mask fully. That's probably most of the lines that I'm gonna do with the mask when I go over with the liner. Now let's see the hood shape. Let's make that just a little lower actually. Okay. Oh, yeah, he also had the thing underneath his mask. It was like a little darker and looks more metallic, like a warm metal color. Okay. It's all rough for now. Okay. Okay, now for that scarf up first, let's do this. Okie dokie. Add that in there. Now let's add that scarf. That very cool looking scarf that I'm definitely not envious of. Okie dokie. Let that just sag a little bit like that. Let's make that little section a little more like darker because the mask is overshadowing it. Okay, and now what else? What else? Oh, I should probably have like that. I should probably have like the board like on his back or something. I'll add that in a little bit. That'll be cool. Yeah, definitely. Or maybe not. I don't know. That might be cool. I'll think about it. Okay. Add one of those. Okay. And then add in this thing. Yeah, I realized that, funny enough, the viewership increases when I'm done with the pencil, and then start doing all of the lines for it, and even more when it is like when I'm coloring it. Oh yeah, it is. Hi Asher. Funny, it's already recognizable. All right. He also has those shoulder pad things, so I'll have to add those in a little bit. I can definitely tell EKKO probably gonna have to continue this stream tomorrow to finish him, because there ain't no way I'm finishing this because I got other stuff I also gotta do. But I'm definitely gonna see if I can get to the line art for him today, and then maybe into the coloring, but I'm not fully sure if I could get into the coloring before I got a dip. Okay. I also have like a little pouch thing right here. Patch thing, not pouch. Alrighty. That looks about right for like his clothing, at least for his thing so far. Yeah, that looks right. That looks good, right? Yeah. Okay. He also had like that massive belt thing on him. That it's kind of like one of those WWE belts, but like not really. It's like a leather version. It just has a giant buckle. Because we love giant buckles. Thanks, Dina. Because we have like giant. He has like giant, the giant one buckle here for some reason. If I remember correctly, I think that was a buckle, right? Or was it like a pouch? It was a buckle. It was also pretty high up. Three buckles? Did he? I think I'm just gonna draw one buckle. I don't want to draw three buckles. That's my buckle right there. All right, looking good. And he also had like some clothing elements over here. he has a very baggy look, also very bulky. I like that. It's very nice. Okay. I'm gonna put in the rest of his trench coat thing. There's just some rough lines. Put in some of those. Now he has like this huge vertical sleeve, and it wraps around a little bit. Okay, so let me think. I should probably do this side of this cloak real quick. So you know what? Yeah, he has a bunch of like stuff on his right side. I'm gonna have to try to figure out how to add that in while coloring. So yeah. What other details are there to add? I'm missing something here. I can't miss anything during penciling. This is very important. What am I missing here? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I rushed a little bit with his anatomy, so I hope nothing ends up too jank. Interesting. So, I think I'm probably gonna start with the line art now because I'm 35 minutes into drawing the pencil part of him. Hi Asher, how are you? Hello, Kewell. Kewell? Kewell, I don't know how to say your name, sorry. How are you? Alright. What else do I got here? What else do I got? Oh, this shape was probably more, Good to hear. I'm probably gonna start with the inking now, at least with the mask. See how that ends up. 0.6, here's a 0.5. Okay. Yeah, I'm just drawing and also chatting if anybody wants to talk. Alrighty. Add some of that. That. Thanks. Sweet. Cool. Okay, cool. Let's see. Okay. Let's also go over here. Sweet. It's looking nice. I like that. I like that. That's nice. Cool. How far along are you in the process? Okay, that's cool. Okie dokie. Let's see, what else? What else? You know, I really like the detail that the design that they gave all the characters in just in Arcane, because the League of Legends characters were a little interesting. And by interesting, I mean like meh, little freaky. We don't talk about the League of Legends designs. Definitely. I feel like somehow this show just made the designs so much better, and probably costed them less to actually make the designs from the show. Alrighty. Hmm. Nice. I don't know. I don't know. It's an interesting design choice. Maybe like her original design was like they wanted to make her like a Samus-like character, and they just like show that inspiration a little too much. Okie dokie, I think that's the mask done. Obviously, I'm gonna come back later and make a lot of the lines thicker, but that's it for the lines on the mask for now. Here, put that right there. Yeah, yeah. Hi, Miley. Interesting design choices overall. I think the shows are just undoubtedly, easily the better designs. Also, just the quality of the games are not as good. Like, I get graphical differences, but just their quality just isn't even as good. Okie dokie. Sweet. Cool, nice, very nice. I'm gonna add just a few of those wrinkles. Sweet. It's looking cool, looking cool. Very cool, very cool. Alright, I think this EKKO one that I've drawn is probably my favorite one out of the Arcane characters that I've done. I like it. At least I like the Arcane characters that I've done. It's probably one of my favorites. Or definitely one of my favorites. that in there. It's fine. My what was it? Jinx was definitely off, but I still kept going with it. It turned out fine. It was still recognizable. So I'm sure yours is perfectly fine. Also, when you draw something for long enough, like your eyes you start going cross-eyed and you think something isn't fine, but then you look back at it later and you're like, oh, that was perfectly fine. I like that. Where I had a little like patch thing here. Pretty sure he had that. It's pretty cool. Pretty pointless, but pretty cool. Oh yeah, definitely. It's not like you could like draw and draw and type at the same time. It's not like me where I'm just like talking to my phone right now while drawing. You gotta type everything out. I'm definitely trying to make EKKO much more blocky, because yeah, the Arcane style is a little more blocky. It made the last two a little too realistic. Hi Samuel, how are you doing? I'm drawing EKKO from Arcane League of Legends. That's cool. That's cool. Sweet. It's looking pretty cool so far. I definitely want to do like having him do some sort of symbol with his fingers, but I'm gonna have to redo the one they just did. Because that anatomy isn't looking the greatest per se. Oof, I'm really liking his jacket. I'm liking that so far. It's not as bulky as I would have liked, but it still looks relatively like him, which I'm so happy about. The small successes in life, you know. Yeah, it's an hourglass. I'm pretty sure I was supposed to be like as like a foreshadowing to the whole time thing. Right? You know what? Actually, that'd be cool to like have like a giant hourglass in the background of this drawing. Or not, I don't know. Just brainstorming. Yeah, sure. What about her? Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna do his little belt thing now. Yeah, I'm just adding. I'm just putting one belt onto him because there is no way that I'm going to have 3 belts on him. Not only would that feel like a little too excessive, but it would probably take a little longer as well. You know, I'm just kind of thinking, as I was doing this, there aren't really a lot of like romantic subplots or anything happening in Arcane. Like, I guess the show is really focused on the story. I mean, of course, you could always write romance like into like the actual story, but it was more focused on like the world instead of the characters. She was in the... Well, she died in Chinese. Or Chinese. Oh, really? That's interesting. So it was like a foreshadowing already. Or not foreshadowing, kind of just like telling that. That's cool. How do you know all these random facts? Is there like an interview with a director or something? I haven't seen any. If there is one. Really? Is it an article or is it like a Netflix documentary? Oh yeah, the show is awesome. Definitely probably one of the better animated shows that I've seen. I don't think Jinx is dead. I mean, there was the blimp at the end that was like flying off, and then like the whole glitching thing that happened. So I think that's probably like hinting that she's actually alive. Nice, 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 nice. Very good, very good, very good. I like that. I'm gonna start erasing some of these, some of the pencil for it. I think Vi died at the end, right? Or no, she didn't. Sorry, what am I saying? She was she had that end credits. I don't remember what happened when she fell down with Vander. Or wait, no, Jinx sacrificed herself. That was Jinx. That was my mind is all mixed up right now. Yeah, Jinx fell, but no, I don't think she's dead because at the end of the show, they had the blimp going out, and then they had like her signature glitchy effect thing with like the random chromatic aberration happening right after, and then cut to black, which is probably strongly hinting at the fact that she's not dead. You know what? I know one thing that I could definitely do right now, before doing anything else, is filling in his eyes fully black. Because There's no shading required in that. Hmm. Yeah, I think she's alive, probably. All right. And at the end there was a limb. Yeah, definitely. You know what's sad is that there's never going to be another season for it. At least for Arcane. I don't know about spin-offs, but I know definitely for Arcane there's only going to be 2 seasons. You know, on one hand, that's kind of good because at least they're not milking it. But on the other, there was the chance that they don't try to, like, milk it and they just actually create a really good season 3. But that's never going to happen, I guess. Yeah, I think there's a limit for the text that you could have. Yeah. Definitely. One of the things that I think a lot of people don't notice about Arcane is just how pristine everything is. So, like, the animation is amazing. The voice acting is also incredible. The sound direction is even better somehow. Like, you don't notice some of these things unless they're really off. But when they're so perfect, you just don't notice how perfect they are. Like, even during, like, explosions, they'd have, like, they call, like, the sound would change. The quality of the sound. Towards the end, when they lost gravity, there would be, like, a lot more of the audio quality became muffled in the places where that was happening. It's pretty interesting. Really? That's cool. Little Easter egg there, I guess. Alright, that looks like his mask, I hope. Probably. It's pretty cool. Personally, I think my favorite song from Arcane was probably the line by 21 Pilots. But Wasteland was also pretty good. I've never heard of them before. Arcane. So I don't know, I don't really have an opinion. Hmm. What do you think your favorite song from Arcane was? If you do have one. Oh. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I have heard of him. Yeah, they're pretty good. That's funny. Okay, okay. Okay. Oof, I'm running out of eraser on this pencil. Definitely gotta add a lot more. Hi, I'm drawing EKKO from Arcane League of Legends. Thank you very much. Set that in there. Right now I'm currently just erasing all the lines that I did before with my pencil, and then I'm gonna move on to continue it. Nice. Nice, very nice, very nice. I like that. Time to just add a lot more detail now. Oh, wait. Very cool, very cool. Sweet. Okay, I think I'm gonna continue now on to adding just a little more details into his jacket, making the lines thicker in some places, and then I'm gonna move on to coloring it. So yeah, it's probably gonna be my plan for the rest of it. Very nice. Sweet. One thing that I'm pretty happy about today is that not once has my mic stopped working, unlike yesterday and before yesterday. And not once has my stream crashed, which has happened the last 2 days as well. So I'm feeling pretty good about today. Feeling real good. But yeah, I'm surprised my stream hasn't crashed yet because I've been going for 70 minutes on this drawing. And usually it crashes around the 1 hour mark. Before it would be like YouTube would give me a notification for like, oh, you've been spending a lot of time on here, you should probably take a break. And that would like make the stream close. But then yesterday I turned off that thing, and at 1 hour, for no reason, it would just start crashing. Which was interesting, I guess. Definitely inconvenient because then like it doesn't show my stream as just one stream, but then it starts showing it as like a few videos. So I usually delete those. Hi Miley, how are you? Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you. Yes, yes, you're there. Let's see, this side a little thicker. I'm liking that. I definitely like the fact that somehow today clicked to me to make the drawings a little bigger on the page. This definitely wouldn't feel the same if it was just like smaller in the center, like they have been for the last 2 streams or 3. Which character was that again? Civica. That sounds familiar. The girl who worked. Oh, yeah, she's definitely underrated. The shark arm was cool. That whole scene. I liked the fight there. That was when I kind of realized, and I was like, oh, wait a sec. This animation is actually so good. With the henchman and then that weird wombat looking thing. I'm gonna make most of the clothing folds with the actual pen or the actual marker when I'm going through it. Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. It was so good. There's a little too many things in the show that are peak. I'm almost done making the lines a little thicker, and then I'm gonna go on to coloring it. After I go back to the mask. I need to go back to the mask, thicken the lines there a little bit, and then I'm gonna start coloring it. Or adding color. Coloring it makes it sound like I didn't just draw it. Hi, Miley. Yes, I know you're here. Yeah, it's funny. In my mind during the fight, I kind of zoned out and I started thinking, wait a second. Basically, if she has the slots on her arm, then doesn't that just make her fight, whether she lives or dies, random? Like, she doesn't have any power over that technically then. Because, like, is that really her fighting and winning if it was just the slot machine that did that for her? But also, if the slot machine is that powerful that if you land something that it does the super attack, why not make the attack just already available? You'd be unstoppable if you could just already have that and not have it be random luck, whether or not you get this really cool attack. You know? Is that just my mind thinking too deeply? I'm sorry, I don't think I'm gonna try on the back of the page, Miley. I'm sorry. But also, I'm using bleed-proof paper, so the back of the page is wax. Well, technically, I paid for bleed-proof paper. What I got was just a normal piece of printer paper with wax in the back, and it still bleeds through. I know, too bad. So sad. Holy, did I just make this look like a coloring book? I can't believe I just drew this. I'm actually happy with that. I like that. I like that. I'm gonna finish the arm. Because if I finish doing the arm right now, this will be the first drawing that I actually finished all the line art before actually going into the shading, which would be pretty cool. Honestly, one of the things I'm most happy about is that the stream has not crashed yet, which means that on my channel I'll have saved an over 1 hour long live stream. I like that. I'm happy. No technical difficulties today, folks. Is that hand too small? I'm thinking. Does that hand look a little too small? Probably. I'm thinking. What do y'all think? Too small? Probably redo it. I'm gonna make it just a little bit bigger. Just a little bit. All right, I like that. Let's go with it. Yeah, he is smaller, and he has a very big baggy coat. So I think this hand size is good. Let's go with a 0.6. That's a point. Yeah, that's a 0.6. Let's go with a 0.6 for this one. Let's go like this. Very cool. Very, very good. I like that. And I finished erasing all of my pencil perfectly on time for my eraser to run out. Actually, that's pretty lucky. I like that. It's good. It's good. Okay, I guess I'm gonna start coloring him in. Right? I think that's the only thing that's left. I'm definitely not gonna be able to finish the coloring part. Definitely be able to finish all the coloring today. So I'll probably have to stream the last bit tomorrow. But I'm seeing how much I can get done right now before I gotta go do some other stuff. Okay. What should I start with here? There's so much to do. I did not draw his gloves, by the way, because I think they're a little too chubby for me to draw. If I try to draw chubby gloves, then I'm gonna end up giving him sausage fingers. So let me think. What's the first part of him I should draw? Let me go through my colors real quick to see if I even have the right, the right stuff for him. Oh, I like this one. I'm definitely using this one for him. Holy, I like that one as well. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. That's sweet. Okay, so he also has like a bluish kind of look to him, so I'm probably gonna have to incorporate some like of a navier color. Add some of that into his coat as well. And then there's also the graffiti that I'm also gonna have to add. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do with his coat specifically. Well, better just start going with it. Start with a very, very light layer first. So I'm using this lighter colored marker as his first layer. Oh, that's nice. That's cool. How do you think yours is coming along so far? Hi, Miley. Yep, I still remember you're here. That's cool. I'm giving him a really, really light first green layer, first coat. I know his coat is a little bluish green, which I really like that, but I unfortunately don't have the right markers for it. Out of my 150 markers, I don't have a greenish blue. So I'm just have to try to combine some to make them look better. I really like that the color his coat is though. I don't know why that it's not like a more popular color. There's just something about it that's like nice. All right. Now here's my debate. I'm thinking, should I do the graffiti that's all over his sweater or not? Because on one hand, it would look sick. On the other, I'm not sure if it would blend well with the green, which is kind of what I'm more afraid of. I'm leaning on no, but yes would be so cool. Erase what? What did I erase? I'm thinking. I'm gonna start making this darker. I'll move on to sleeves and stuff in a little bit. I just wanna do this part right now while I'm still debating whether or not to do like the graffiti and everything and what designs to add to it, and if I should. That's cool. Can't wait to see it. I believe you could probably put, oh yeah, definitely, you could put it on there. I'd love to see what you did. You can caption it anything as well, doesn't really matter. Anybody can share stuff on the community thing. I'm gonna try to react to everything that's on there. How old is that song? Jeez. Definitely older than me. do, 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 do. Do, do, do. I'm just trying to make his little thing a little darker. And then I'm gonna see if I got some bluish tone to it. And give it all the clothing folds and everything as well. And then I'll move on to his mask, and then I'm gonna come back and do the sweater later. The rest of the jacket later. So far, I'm pretty happy with it. I like it. I like how it's turning out. Okay. Sweet. I like that. I like that. I'm going to go over that with my 0.8. Sweet. Okay, I think I like that. See, with this part right here, it's like, I like this bluish color that I've accidentally created here. It's really good. Bluish green. I'm happy with that. It's very, very vibrant, and I like that. Well, it's also like staying darker as well, which I definitely like. Hi. Yeah, I know you're here. It's nice to know you haven't died. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Very, very interesting. I'm thinking about maybe doing like a chilling stream and like just drawing anything sometime. I don't know if that's interesting though. Like I just start drawing random stuff. It's not even like detailed. Like I'm not like going line work just with the pencil, doodling and just chatting. I don't know if that would be like interesting. I'd probably take like requests and stuff as well. You think that'd be good? Does that sound like something that somebody would like watch? Hello. Yes, yes you are. How are you doing? Oh no, I accidentally covered up some of that. I wasn't that careful with the lines. Now I'm paying the price. Waiting for what? Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Today's been a pretty chill day. To draw you? I don't think I could draw you. I'm sorry. Well, because I'm drawing this right now. There we go. You know, one cool thing about Arcane was the soundtrack was awesome. Like all the artists they hired. Thank you. Did you post on the community thing? Mm. I'm gonna check it out after I'm done streaming, because I can't really get off of the live thing without stopping it. Alrighty. I'm gonna try to add just a little more right here. Oh yeah, yeah. You can have like the best drawing, but if the photo isn't optimum quality, then it doesn't look good. I was trying to get a thumbnail for the last stream, and I took like the worst photo ever, and it looked horrible. So I had to retake it, and then it looked fine. All right, time to add that bluish tone now. Does it work though? Let me check. Very nice, very nice. Thank you. It's nice of you to say. I'm trying to give it more of like a bluish look as well, that way it's not like so forest green. Can't think of a good color though to give it. Then I'm just going over with like the sea, like the sea color. I'm also thinking, what about this? Okay, I like that. Very nice, very nice. I'm also gonna add some grayish tone as well, so I just realized a gray would be really nice. And then I'm gonna move on to the mask, and then I'll do the rest of the jacket probably tomorrow. I wanna get the mask done today. Very nice, very nice. I like that. Okay, I think that's good for that. Onto his mask. Yay. Yeah, I think I got what I want with the coat, like a method down to get the coat looking good. I need to save these 4 colors. I'm gonna keep those right there for now. Okay, now for the mask, it was like a silver, right? And then that little under part of it with like the vent thing was more of a warm metallic copper. So yeah, it's like a silverish kind of thing on the top. So we're gonna go make it like this. Go ahead and do that. Just doing like a base coat right now for like the main part of the mask. And I'm gonna move on and create, and then texture the mask. And then I think I'm gonna call it a day at that. And I'll finish the rest of the drawing tomorrow. So yeah. I like that. It's very nice. One of the things that I think I liked about his character was all the designs they had for him throughout like everything. Like he has like so many different outfit changes. There's like the otherworld version of him. There's Firefly him from season 1 and season 2 looking slightly different. Then there's also like just the transformation with the hair and everything as well. There's also like young him. He was like one of the characters that was actually in the first 3 episodes. Like the one that I'm drawing on him right now? Oh, thanks. I tried to give him more of like a forest green kind of look, because I didn't really have much of like a blue. So that's kind of like what I ended up with for him. Yeah, there's too much Easter eggs and like hints and stuff with him. I think probably there's so much with everybody. But it appears that you know like everything about him. I like how many cool hidden stuff Arcane has. It's pretty sick. Red. Yeah, he's like saves everybody in the end as well, so he is the GOAT. I still think Victor is personally my favorite character, but he's pretty up. EKKO's pretty high up there. The more I color him in, he just looks like Doom. He just reminds me of Doom. There's nothing wrong with that. I just think it's funny. I believe he had like a darker streak here, so I'm gonna use some of this. And then some of this. I need to reorganize all my alcohol markers. They're all so mixed up right now from the last 3 days of drawing. I'll probably check out some of the edits. I don't usually scroll on YouTube, so I don't really run into a lot of stuff. Actually, I've seen some Victor edits. Those were pretty cool. They usually have the line by 21 Pilots playing in the background, which is just so sad. It's like one of my favorite songs. Let's add a little more of this color into here to make this part look a little deeper. Here's like this whole like spiraling design as well. It's pretty sick. Are they? I guess so. Nothing really is chaotic's happening. I'll take that as a compliment. So thanks. All right, that looks good. You know, Arcane was made by like a French studio, which is crazy. So it wasn't made by Netflix's like in-house team, which is probably why it ended up being so good. Because we all know that if Netflix animates it, it's probably going to end up having a lot of shortcuts. Yeah? Why do you think other people's lives are so annoying? Is it they're like too loud? Oof. Okay, so, oof. Oh, yeah, I guess. In order to like be a really popular streamer, you need to like be really loud and obnoxious, and also kind of act stupid, I guess. I think it's most of it's for like the clip farming and stuff like that. I don't see myself as like having a career in live streaming, so I'm not screaming. I gotta start making like some shorts as well. Like I haven't posted a short since like December, and that was back when I was into like horror and stuff. So I have a lot of like really cringy shorts that I need to like probably delete. But I do have 500,000 views from them, which is cool. So I don't want to delete them, but I want to like cover them up, like start like maybe uploading newer stuff that I'm into now. I think that's good for his mask. What do y'all think? Thank you. I'm gonna make this middle inside section. Oh, okay. Yeah, that explains why you finished it so quickly, yeah. I always see shading, like adding in colors like as optional. A lot of my drawings don't have color, but I like adding color when I'm like live streaming because now I have more to add to the drawing, and I guess I get to talk to people longer because the stream's gonna be longer. Alright, once I'm done with this mask part, I think I'm gonna call it a day. So I'm almost done. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it there for today's live stream. It's been really fun talking to you guys and hanging out. I will be finishing this tomorrow. I don't know exactly when I'm gonna be live streaming tomorrow. I'm probably gonna set a scheduled live stream, that way everybody can see when I'm gonna be streaming. I haven't decided yet though, right now on the spot. So thank you all for watching, and thanks for hanging out. This has been fun talking. I'll react to, or I'll check out your drawing in my community tab in a little bit right now. So, bye.